wiru mularpa titi juraku kulit tanggung tamu wanganyi tupurku wiru.
Hello, I'm Sarah Miller and welcome to Perth City Talks. Well, it's Naidoc Week, a celebration and recognition of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander culture. This year is particularly important as it's the 40th anniversary of the Aboriginal Tent Embassy. Today I'm at Wellington Square for the Naidoc opening ceremony, which kicks off over 100 exciting events around Perth, taking place over the next week.
My grandfather spoke to me about time stories. I can't forget, you see. So when I grow up to be a man,
as we live our way, Boyaka, Maria, Marich Mort. Nichakara knowledge born awakening. I've asked the bad spirits to leave us, the good spirits to come and celebrate with us, and as I leave the bunch of gum leaves, the message is, I don't come in anger.
I'm here with Naidoc Perth Secretary, Cassandra Ryder. Cassandra, how long have you been involved with Naidoc?
This is my third year, so third year as Secretary on the Naidoc Perth Committee.
Okay, and tell me, what does Naidoc mean to you?
Naidoc means celebrating my culture as a young Aboriginal woman and being able to share that with the whole of Perth, because I think it's important that the non-Aboriginal community are aware of our culture and that we celebrate it as a whole. So I think that's, what Naidoc means to me.
Well, Naidoc means for us to get together as a community and celebrate our culture and our identity, come together as one, I suppose. Fantastic turnout, so we're overwhelmed, and the big tents or the big tops just make a huge difference as well. We sort of snaffled them off Ashton Circus, so thanks to Ashton Circus for letting us use these today. I mean, we always have some form of tent, but 40 years of the Tent Embassy, which is once again another great achievement.
It's bringing Aboriginal people together, you know. My people are all so divided. Only time we meet is at big funerals. We come from everywhere. But we need more like Naidoc to bring us all together. Because as an elder in my 70s, I've seen the times when I had to be out of this place by 6 o'clock. And I've seen the struggle of my people. Now we're moving forward. I know we haven't come a long way. Atsic and all that, you know, the Mabo. We haven't moved on much from 20 years ago since the late Eddie Mabo proved with Terra Nullius. And we've still got a long battle ahead of us. And as an elder, I see Naidoc, where we will meet all this week and we will talk to all our family.
Naidoc obviously represents a history of struggle for Aboriginal people, particularly with the government. Yes. Are some of these issues still present today?
Definitely, I don't think that will ever disappear. All we can do is just strive to go forward and bring our culture out the best that we can and share it with the Perth community. Obviously, that history has got us to where we are today. It's brought our ability to be able to speak as an Aboriginal person and be counted for. So definitely that's had a big impact on my life, because I'm here today being able to do this stuff, which is organise awesome events and showcase our culture.
back then, or the 4 guys that started it off, have actually fought for the rights for Aboriginal people that we've got today, which, you know, we wouldn't have those rights today if it wasn't for those people fighting back then. All of us have got issues, and there are some issues that impact on us more so than the wider community, but we're getting there. I mean, closing the gap is, probably won't see it in my lifetime, you know, getting that closed, but we'll get, we're moving towards it.
What made me want to get involved, I guess, is basically just giving back to the community. I think if you've got a talent, whatever it may be, if you can utilise that talent and give back to your community, it doesn't have to be Aboriginal or non-Aboriginal, it's just in any form of whatever we do in the world. So it's about giving back for me. You can't take it with you when you go, I should say. And yeah, it's just great to be a part of it. I guess Naidoc for me, it's national. I see it as National Aboriginal Week, and right across the country, it's a very special thing. It's probably been in the process for about 3 months, which is not a huge amount of time for a lead up for an event this big. But we have a great Naidoc committee and working group that have been helping me along the way. And I guess they had a vision to put this year's event into 2 big tops, and my job, I guess, is to try and make that happen the best I can. And so far, it's been really good. And yeah, I don't know, it's just a lot of work, really, but great in a good way.
This is my first year involved in Naidoc, so I'm a new committee member, and I've been given the task of setting up the stall holders, and that meant like when they're advertised and online, when they're closing, look at the applications, contact them all, tell them about where they need to come in, arrange all the stalls, set them up, yeah, make sure they've got insurance, and on the day, yeah, just show them to their areas. The capacity in this tent we could take was 32. We had over 42 applications, so we had to cut off because we can only have 32, and there was some real latecomers who found it difficult because every year they've had a stall. But we had to be fair, you know, it was online, they had to submit online, and then the closing day. So there was sometimes a bit of tension there, but people understood.
We've just created the first edition of the Halo Yarns, which is Perth's first youth Aboriginal magazine, written by the boys at Halo Leadership. So at Curtin, we're working together with the boys to help them write the magazine, finding them funding to get it printed, to get it sponsored, and to get it taken out and towards the community. Trying to change community perception about Aboriginal youth, show them all the amazing things that the Aboriginal youth are doing in today's society. It's fantastic. The boys have gone out and they got to interview Jessica Malboy at her latest concert down in Coburn. They got to interview the Mayor of Coburn, which enabled them to really get their views across to what they want to happen in their community and their shire. They also talk about some of the cool activities and volunteering stuff they do. They go tubing, they go on excursions, and so that's all included in the magazine as well.
I wanted to get involved because Naidoc Perth has just started, and they're so positive. It's, you know, there's been like really positive information around the committee and Naidoc Perth itself. Yeah, so I wanted to get involved in something positive in the community, so a community event, because I've always been involved in policy advisory group. So, and plus, yeah, Naidoc Perth being so positive, and this is a positive event. I come every year and I say, oh, I should get involved. So I'm involved this year in a big way, and I just think it's awesome, just amazing. Today is just amazing.
So we're here from an Amnesty perspective to promote our work with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. We have got a declaration campaign on at the moment where we're taking photographs of people with an article from the Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People in order to create a calendar. And I guess we're just here to support the Perth Naidoc committee in their celebrations and the Perth community, and just to wish everyone a happy Naidoc.
Well, Naidoc to me means a week-long time that we can celebrate our culture as Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, but also showcase our cultures to other people throughout the wider Perth community, and also recognising our survival and our achievements as Indigenous peoples.
Naidoc to me, it's a time of celebration, it's a time of pride, it's about our survival, our strength, but I guess, yeah, it's about celebration. Like, you know, we don't have an opportunity often within the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander community to, I guess, get together and celebrate our achievements, and so Naidoc Week is about celebrating and honouring, I guess, our past, where we've come from and where we're headed as a community of people.
Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back with more of the Naidoc opening ceremony.